guys, on 12/9/2025 I had taken 2 trades in Sensex. So the weekly option of Sensex I had sold, and within minutes of opening itself the first trade got me 3431 3,431 rupees profit, and after some roughly around the second trade got me a profit of 630 rupees. So let me explain why I entered the trade and what was the reason for me to exit and the lessons that I have learned from this trade. Let me enlarge the chart. So this is a 5-minute chart. So as you can see, this is where I have entered the first candle. I think roughly the chart previous day close was around 81,534, and that day morning 9:15 it opened 81,758. So I'll do one thing, I'll just put I'll mark it with a horizontal line. So when the market opened it there and it was trying to move up, even though there was a gap up opening, but as this was a major resistance level, at 9:15 itself the first candle turned out to be a red bearish candle near the resistance. So there was the confirmation that the gap might not sustain and that the sellers were active. So I was roughly around 800 I sold the call option 81. The call option that I sold was 82,800. So let me change it to the 1 hour so that we can see why there was a resistance level. See, as you can see here, let me mark it here. One time it was the resistance had happened in the past. Here another time it was there the resistance, and here also the resistance was there one time, and it had acted as a support also. See here, it had acted as a support also at this point. Many times it has acted as a support and resistance level. See here. So as you can see, this is the all these are recent ones, recent times whenever it has acted as a resistance and support levels. So when I had seen, I was prepared that it was a gap up opening. This is the hourly chart. As you can see, I anticipated that there will be a resistance level, a pullback will be there because of the resistance above, and that thing to fill that gap, this gap that has to be, will not sustain, that has to be filled also. So now let's go back to the 5-minute chart here. So this is where I exited when I saw that after that coming down of the chart, the graph was coming down, but still the index Sensex was not, had no intention to fill. Let me change it to the 1 minute. Yeah, here. So this was the gap up. In the 1 minute chart it is more clear. This resistance was there facing, and it fell. Once it was clear that it was not going to sustain, it was not able to go up anymore, the Sensex fell and was moving a bit downwards. But this gap, there was a resistance. If the gap was forming a resistance, that Sensex was trying to go up. It was not failing. It was not going to fill the gap. Normally it doesn't fill the gap in one go. It will go up multiple times. And with this breakdown, I decided that I had to exit the trade. So I bought back that call option, and that gave me a profit of 3,400. And so the logic was simple. The bearish confirmation at the resistance with a defined stop loss meant a high probability setup. And after entering, I was watching closely to see if the gap would get filled. When I saw that the price wasn't able to push higher, that bearish structure was there, but still that gap was not getting filled. So I exited it, and that helped me lock a profit on this trade. So what is the lesson that I have learned? So it was a quick intraday trade, but there was a discipline. So the key takeaway is don't just react to gap up openings or gap down openings. I waited for the confirmation based on the candle that was getting formed, and then I took the bearish candle. That was the confirmation, and I kept the trade small and rule based, and I booked immediately the profit. As you can see, within few minutes itself, I booked by 9:40 itself. I exited the trade when I waited actually to see how it was reacting to this gap, and when I understood that the probability of filling the gap was less, and I exited, and as you can see that it Sensex went up after that. But yes, coming days it might fill the gap. Let's see.